With a lot of our teachers having access to Smart Lumio, which is online resources that are associated with smart software, I wanted to bring up and take a look at what is available in the resources section of Lumio, and specifically looking at manipulatives. So there's a number of great things on Lumio. If you haven't had a chance to go in here with your account and explore some of the things that are available, you could spend hours going over the different things that are in here. Even just the YouTube option alone for putting it into slides and having access to videos and getting your videos out to students where they're not actually going to YouTube, they're just watching the video within your slides. Things like that alone are really great. There's also a lot of game-based activities that are in here that are really easy to get started with. Kind of guide you through the whole process as you work through creating activities. But again, looking at some of the ready-made resources that are available, the manipulative section is really great, and particularly for lower grade levels. So if I click on the manipulative section, you're going to notice that you have this whole library of things that are available to you. So to start really simply, for example, the very first one that you see is base 10 blocks. And that's something that your students are going to be working with, and while they're learning counting with their hundreds place, tens place, and single digits. And so you can click on, if you want to see a preview of what these look like, you can actually click on the little graduation cap that's in the right hand corner of all these, and it'll show you a preview of how this works. And so this would be like an example of students going through those various sections, and you can arrange this however you want. Like, you can make it so that they're able to put things in and you can do it with them, or you can actually pre-make these as well, where you put in the numbers and then have them drag the base 10 blocks to the proper section. So with your hundreds place, tens place, and so on, and you can change these however you want. There's a lot of variety that you can do there with those. Outside of that, you'll see that there's a calendar, which is pretty popular, particularly at the elementary level, because you might have where your students are putting the weather on there for the day, or putting the number of the day for the week that you're in. And then you get into some other things as well, like the coins option is really great. You can put your prompt up top, and then you can have them put the coins within those boxes, and you could make this however you want. The one thing that's really great about this is that traditionally with like our smart notebook software, you'd have where the infinite cloner would, you'd have to set that up. And with things like this, it's already there. So you don't really have to do much of that. Now, while you can still edit the things that are in there, this is a really great way to just get started and get going. So there's not as much of that setup process that you traditionally would have had to do, which can be pretty time consuming. So this is a really great way to do that. And then you get into a few more. You have your geared clocks. So, the ability to write prompts. This one that they're showing has draw the hands on the clock. But what you could do is the exact opposite, right? You could have your hands already written in, and then you could ask them to put in the times below with the numbers. So you could do it either way, and you can set it up however you need to. A few others, you have a hundreds chart. You have one with making different words. So words that rhyme with cat, and then you can see here, with the infinite cloner as well, they can pull in and make as many words as they would like to. And then you have math expressions, musical notes. You have a number line, pattern blocks, and sorting shapes. So, and I think the main thing I want to get across here with these is that you have access to these, and they're already set up for you and ready to go. So it doesn't require that you invest a ton of time in it. These resources are already made, hence the name ready-made resources. So Please feel free to reach out to any of our team with questions that you have on Lumio. We'd be more than happy to help you. But that is just one example of some of the great resources that you'll find within Smart Lumio Online.